Hello guys, hope you all are doing good today. Welcome to ID Talk TV. In this video, I'll be bringing you up to speed with the latest happening in the transfer market. We'll take a look at the latest on Christopher Nkunku, Garnacho, and Xavi Simons. Stay tuned as I walk you through the latest happening in the last 24 hours. Okay, but before we look at the latest happening on the transfer front, breaking news. Grimsby Town knock out Manchester United from the EFL Cup in round 2. I'll take it again. Grimsby Town, a club in the 4th tier of English football, knocked out Manchester United from out of the EFL Cup in round 2. I mean, it was crazy. Manchester United, 2 heavy signings this season, talking about Cunha and Brian Mbeumo, actually knocked Manchester United out of the EFL Cup round 2. Manchester United still have a lot of work to do, and Ruben Amorim has a lot to do. The earlier he fixed his problem, because currently now one can't actually tell the color of Manchester United problem, but there is a problem. Okay. Out of Manchester United and their woes, let's dive into the transfer happening. Check this out from the Telegraphs. Breaking: Chelsea on verge of agreeing a deal for Garnacho in a deal worth up to £40 million. Fabrizio Romano went on to say, Chelsea have confirmed their proposal worth £35 to £40 million for Garnacho. Garnacho only wants Chelsea, and here we go is coming soon. And Ben Jacobs went on to say this: understand, Chelsea have made progress on Garnacho in the past 24 hours as they hope to strike a deal for under Manchester United £50 million asking price. Nothing agreed yet between the clubs, but the gulf in valuation is now smaller. All parties still expect the deal to happen. And Fabrizio Romano went on to put the icing on the cake. Check this out from Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea and Manchester United locked in talks for Garnacho's transfer. Chelsea Football Club confirmed their proposal worth £35 to £40 million as total package, waiting for Manchester United's green light. The deal will happen, just a matter of time, as Garnacho only wants Chelsea. Here we go soon. Interesting. All through the night, it was a busy night in the transfer market, and all the reports are virtually saying the same thing. A year we go is what is expected to happen soon on Garnacho, as Chelsea have presented a package of £35 to £40 million total package, meaning add-ons included. All Chelsea is waiting for is Manchester United green light. So we hope to see what happens in the coming hours, because hopefully in the next 24 hours the deal will happen and Garnacho will be a Chelsea player. Okay, let's switch gears and check the latest on Christopher Nkunku. Check this out from Fabrizio Romano. Exclusive: AC Milan make contact to explore deal for Christopher Nkunku among attacking options. Milan are in active talks for new signing up front, and Nkunku has been discussed in the recent hours. Players open to leave Chelsea in the final days. And Fabrizio Romano went on to say also, more on AC Milan and Nkunku exclusive story. Negotiations with Chelsea are underway for permanent deal, not loan. Talks on about the fee. Nkunku keen on joining Milan. Conrad had a deal blocked since Monday as Sporting changed condition. It was never done. Talks is ongoing, underway, and it looks like the deal is going to happen as far as reported by Fabrizio Romano. And Nkunku, Christopher Nkunku, is keen on a move to AC Milan. So we're going to see how this is going to play out in the next couple of hours. But here's the report coming in still on Christopher Nkunku from Florent Plettenberg. Understand, a total agreement between Milan and Christopher Nkunku is now very close. Personal terms are almost agreed. The club will continue negotiations on Thursday morning. Interesting. The club will continue negotiations today. That is Chelsea Football Club and AC Milan, as Fabrizio earlier said, were locked on in talk. But it looks like the deal is going to happen. So conversation will continue today. Now, check this out from Santi J FM. Here is what he has to say. Breaking news. AC Milan are preparing a 30 to 40 million euro bid for Nkunku. Personal terms have nearly been agreed for a contract up until 2030. Leipzig and Aston Villa also want to propose a permanent deal. The last part of that report is actually funny and it got me cracking. Leipzig and Aston Villa had every opportunity, if they were interested in Christopher Nkunku, to get the players done, and the deal about Nkunku would have been closed. But all they were doing, they were scratching their feet, asking for a loan move and conditioned for buy, stuff like that. And AC Milan, that actually understood the business in the transfer market, stepped in, and in just few hours, they are preparing a bid of about 30 to 40 million euro package for Christopher Nkunku. And soon we're going to see how this will play out in the coming days as the transfer market is coming to a close. Now check this out from Florent Plattenbox of Sky Sport. Understand, Chelsea and AC Milan have negotiated again in the past few hours regarding Christopher Nkunku. There have been many positive developments. Talk over a permanent deal are ongoing. At the same time, Nicolas Jackson is now close to a loan move to FC Bayern, as exclusively revealed tonight. Milan are reportedly open to paying 30 million euro for Christopher Nkunku, according to Fabrizio Romano. The same report that Fabrizio Romano actually put out there. So, Milan are reportedly preparing a bid of 30 million euro for Christopher Nkunku. And meanwhile, FC Bayern Munich are also in talks with Nicolas Jackson for a loan move. So, we're going to see how that will play out. But here's the latest that actually came in after that report. Breaking. Chelsea and AC Milan are expected to reach an agreement for Nkunku in the next few hours. And the report went on to say, by Fabrizio Romano, Milan are very confident they can find an agreement with Chelsea. Interesting. Milan came in to hijack the deal from Aston Villa, RB Leipzig, and Newcastle that actually indicated interest. And so far, Christopher Nkunku is on track to becoming AC Milan player for 2025-2026 league season. So we're going to see how that will play out in the coming days. But in all of this saga, just within a few hours happening with Christopher Nkunku, here is what David Houston has to say on that deal. I think the Nkunku one is now linked to Xavi. If Nkunku happens, maybe Simons goes to Chelsea. If Nkunku does not happen to RB Leipzig, then maybe Simons doesn't happen. This could be a late one, and also plausible nothing happens. That's coming from David Houston from the Athletic podcast. Now, the condition for Chelsea getting Xavi Simons, ever since the report on Xavi Simons have been coming in, has been Chelsea to offload players and will come all in for Xavi Simons. Because never a time that RB Leipzig actually agreed for a swap deal. All they were interested in is a separate package for Christopher Nkunku. So looking at it, if Christopher Nkunku happen, maybe Xavi Simons will happen to Chelsea. That maybe shouldn't be there. If Christopher Nkunku happen, whether to Aston Villa, whether to AC Milan, whether to Newcastle United, Xavi Simons will happen to Chelsea. So whether it happened to RB Leipzig itself, Xavi Simons is coming. So, but if it ends up that Christopher Nkunku ends in AC Milan, Xavi Simons is still coming to Chelsea. It mustn't be RB Leipzig because there was no clause or condition that all the while Xavi Simons have been waiting. Chelsea did not tell them we want to sell Christopher Nkunku to RB Leipzig. All Chelsea have been saying was wait patiently, and Xavi Simons have been waiting. Wait patiently once we offload players, and at that time it was actually Christopher Nkunku and Nicolas Jackson. But at this point in time, this late rush hour in the transfer market, it's just Nkunku. And if Nkunku happen, Xavi Simons will happen to Chelsea. Okay, check the next report coming from Fabrizio Romano after David Houston make that report. Chelsea remain in advanced talk for Xavi Simons, On Spurs, they will not send any bid unless Chelsea cannot close the deal with Leipzig. Nkunku has to leave and is the missing piece. Chelsea remains favourite. Fabrizio Romano have just nailed it. Nkunku has to leave because Nkunku is the missing link. Xavi Simons is still keen on a move to Chelsea, and Chelsea remains favourite in landing Xavi Simons. Whether Spurs want to make a bid, Xavi Simons is still keen and interested in the Chelsea project. So we'll see how this plays out in the coming days. But still on Xavi Simons, yes, the latest from Matlaw. Breaking. Tottenham are holding talks over a pre-deadline bid for Xavi Simons to rival Chelsea. Chelsea are evaluating a move for Lopez, which could open doors for Simons to Spurs. My candid opinion on this is, it's the transfer market. Anything can happen. Hijacks happen and players switch. Players change direction with a split second. But my candid opinion on this is that I don't see Xavi Simons heading to Spurs. Xavi Simons will end up in Chelsea. He will be a Chelsea player before the close down of the transfer window. So we'll see how that play out in the coming days, as the transfer window has less than 4 days for a close. Let's take a look at this report, and this report actually got me, and sincerely from my heart I actually appreciate this particular post. Check this report from CFC Analytics. Xavi Simons has been waiting for us for weeks. Any pivot away from him is cruel and does us no favor in future when negotiating with players and agents. Do the right thing. This is a clear message to Chelsea. Xavi Simons has been waiting for Chelsea. He has been waiting for weeks. In fact, he has even done the unthinkable thing, but he did it in a mature way. And what did he do? While waiting for Chelsea, he was trying to force his move also out of RB Leipzig. And what did he do? He removed all RB Leipzig photos from his Instagram bio, waiting for Chelsea to come in. And like this report rightly said, it would be a very cruel thing to do if Chelsea ended up not signing Xavi Simons. But it's the transfer market. It's the transfer market. Anything can happen. Xavi Simons should have known that Chelsea is a football club, and as such, haven't indicated interest. If they end up not signing him, it's the transfer market. So, but like I said, I stand with this report, and I want to believe Chelsea have actually seen this, and Chelsea have to do the right thing. And what is that right thing? Sign Xavi Simons, immediately Nkunku exit to AC Milan. Thank you very much for watching. Please endeavor to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.